Okay guys, well, last night we had tons of wind, and I realized this morning when my mother came out to get some zucchinis that I have a lot of stuff that is bending over and some stuff that has broken. So I'm going to stake them up. I guess I'll have to wait till tomorrow to harvest my green beans and to get them canned in. But right now I'm going to grasshoppers. Tell me what you use for grasshoppers that is organic. And I've got to get this stuff staked up. I have a tomato plant here. Let me show you real quick that all three of them have gotten so heavy that they have tilted over, but one of them has cracked. I know that it'll be okay as long as I can get it put back up and kind of put some twine around it so I can keep it together, but let me show you what happened. So right there, you can see where it's cracked. And so I'm just going to pull it up and get it all back together. I'm gonna put some twine around it and hold it real good in place, and I think that that'll be okay. I had a tomato that did that last year, and that's what I did, and it was one of my top producers. But all of these have started going over the edge of the pot, and so I have got to get them staked up. My corn was also leaned over. I've got tomatoes here falling over. So I'm just gonna have to go down through this. I've got probably an hour to an hour and a half before I've got to go to work tonight. So I've got to get this all done. You can see one of my tomato plants right there is pulled over. So let me get you set up and I will let you watch me work in my garden. I'm setting you up, and my mom and I discussed it today. I need a helper on the farm. I think I'm going to hire just a high school kid or a college kid to come help me out, maybe 5 hours a week or maybe every other day, just so I can get on top of what I have not been able to get completed yet. So if you know me personally, you can either send me a text message, or if you know me from Facebook or Instagram, tag me. All I want is honesty. I don't do lies. If you lie, you're gone. Period. The end. You tell me the truth and we'll be good. So anyway, here I am. I'm going to get started on this, and I really think I do need a helper, because with all of Hunter's projects, my projects, and maintenance, I'm not going to be able to keep up, and I don't want that. I want to keep going further and further. So, guys, help girl out. Let's get this done so I can get to work and back home in bed, and let's have a great day. All right, so I like to shop local, to support local businesses, and that's very important, guys, for you to shop the smaller stores and the mom and pop stores. So shop local, guys. Support your community, your schools, your roads, your fire departments, your police departments. Shop local, guys. Get that tax money into your community so that your community can grow and prosper, plus all of your businesses will be able to stay open. So that was just my public service announcement. So I've got a packet of Bond bamboo stakes. Not affiliated with them. This is what my local hardware store had. They're 4 feet long, and there are 25 stakes in here, and I got them for $6.99 a package. So I got 3 packages. So as I showed you, I'm going to use my bamboo, stick it right here. I'm not going to stick it right next to the roots of the plant because I don't want to harm the roots. So like the plant's here, and so I went about 2 inches away from the plant. And then I've got this Bond garden tie tape. It's 150 feet, and I think that was like $3.99. Oh, it's kind of rubbery. I used this last year. It's kind of pulley, and it did good. So I am gonna have to find my scissors. Hold on a minute, let me find my scissors or actually I think I might be able to break it. Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna pull up my tomato plant. Actually, let me pull it up and then put my stake back in. There we go. Putting my stake back in and getting it as close to the stalk as possible. And then what I'm going to do first, I'm going to tie it down here where it was almost broken, and I'm going to tie it to my bamboo shoot. And when you are stalking or staking up your plants, you need to make sure that what you are using has a little give to it. That way, when the wind blows, the tape or whatever you're using to tie it to the stake, it will move and it will not cause scars into the stalk of your plants, and it won't harm it or harm them. So always get something that's going to be loose and able to make sure that it moves. You can, if you don't have extra, if you have 50 million t-shirts that you're not using, cut those up into long strips and use those. They will move with your plants, and that would be a perfect thing and not have to use any money. So, but I make t-shirt quilts for my family. So all of my t-shirts are pretty much spoken for and they're being asked about. Where's my t-shirt quilt? So I got to get that too. So that's another reason why I need somebody out here helping me weed and maintain. I just need someone to help me maintain without having to pull from Hunter's projects to get my projects done. Okay, so we've got that in. I'll bring you close in a minute, but we've got that injured spot kind of tight together there, and I'm going to just continue to tie up till the top of the stake. Yeah, I thought my cat had gotten, I saw her last night. She didn't want to stay inside last night, and I saw her over by like bed number 3 last night. And I was like, ooh, my cat got in here, but it's not. There's too much damage in here. And Hunter said that when he had gotten home last night, that there was a lot of wind. And I worked till, I think, 9 o'clock last night. So I'm just going to run it a little. And you can see how it still moves. But yet it's attached to that bamboo stake. And I think just the 2 ties will be fine. Now this one's going to be a little tricky. Now when you bend up your plants, once they have fallen over, remember this one was broken, and so I was bringing it back up. These are already kind of ready and learning how to grow down, so you're going to have to probably bring them up slowly and then put it in, and then maybe a day or 2 bring it up straight. So we're going to go real slow with this one. These are awesome. I bet I could use these over and over again. So anyway, I'm going to, let's see which way, I'm going to put it right in the center, about 2 inches from the base of the plant. Got it up there. And I'm going to get some string, or some of my tie, and just kind of watch, just pull it up slowly, because I don't want it to break. Oh, well, there we go. We got it. So I'm going to just do that tie right here. Oop. This one's a little bit heavier, so I'm probably going to have to put a couple of ties on here. That one was okay, so it only needed 2. And when you put your ties on, try to make sure that each tie is equal so that one tie will not be getting the majority of the pressure. So this bottom one's kind of holding that up. This one's got a little bit more pressure, but they're still equal. I think I'm going to take this off because that's a little too low. Okay, I'm going to show y'all in a couple days how to watch out for blight and other viruses. Getting a little bit on that. So that's why I'm going to take this off, because it's too close to the soil and it's going to end up getting bad. But we've got that. Let me put another, see how this one is kind of, let me see, can you see that? Yeah, I'm going to softly put another one up here and hold that up. There we go. Now if that starts falling, I've given it a little bit of give so that it will continue to hold on to that brace and not fall over. Now we've got this one here that's already trying to grow on the ground. I'm going to pull that one up and do the same thing. Let me pull y'all, set y'all back a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Let me show you kind of where the spot is. Well, you can't really see. Okay. All right. Let me show you something on this other side here that I need to take care of. Okay. Let me flip you around so you can get. So right here, you can see I have my bucket. You can see this bottom branch here is going down and it's kind of sitting in my bucket. I don't want it to do that because it's going to end up allowing blight and funguses to crawl up my branch here and go up to my tomato plant, and I don't want that. So I'm going to get this one off and keep that opened up down here so there's a lot of airflow. So let me just pop that off. Well, I don't know if I'm going to pop that off or not. Yeah, we got that. All right. I might not be able to get that with my fingers. Okay, I'm gonna have to go get my snips and do that. So anyway, we're gonna make sure that your tomato plants are not hanging down into your bucket. All right, so let me get this one up again and we'll get started. Okay, that last tomato bucket right there, they were full of aphids and spider mites, which I've got. Let me get you to Cinemax. Right there. Y'all see that? Aphid. So they are covered in aphids and spider mites. So I don't have time to do anything today. So tomorrow I will come out with some neem oil in the evening after all the nice pollinators have gone to bed, and I will spray neem oil on them, and hopefully that will help. I'm going to leave them there because if that's the only bucket that gets spider mites and rain, I'm going to leave that there and let that be a feeder, and they'll hopefully all just flock to that one bucket and not go to my other plants. So let's leave it there, and hopefully they won't do that. And I am going to take a bath. I can feel them crawling on me, but I got most of them off. But if you have spider mites and what the heck? Whatever. Ladybugs. You want ladybugs in your garden because they will eat the, I don't know, they'll eat the bug, which I guess it's the sun taking all my brain away because I can't for the life of me remember that name of the bug. Spider mites and aphids. Ah! Yeah, I think I'm getting too hot. Okay, so aphids, the ladybugs love aphids. And I went inside and I had a ladybug crawling on my neck yesterday, so I'm wondering if I got lots more ladybugs out here because they knew that the aphids were out here. But if you you can buy ladybugs off of Amazon or sometimes at your local garden center. However, if you don't have aphids in your garden and you let your ladybugs go, they will leave because they will not stay somewhere where they do not have food, and they love aphids. So if I got some ladybugs right now and put on there, they would eat all those aphids. But I'm going to kind of leave that bucket as a target bucket and hopefully keep the aphids there and not on anything else, just if they want to eat that one and stay on that. But I am going to try some neem oil tomorrow night and see if I can get them, and hopefully most of the time when I use neem oil I can get them, but I'm not going to remove that because then the aphids will go to another plant. So we're going to leave that bucket there, and I'm going to go next to the corn that was blown over, and I still have a lot of tomato plants. Back in my hair, back in my hair. I just saw a wasp. I just don't want it to be a wasp in my hair. So I have lots of tomato plants that I need to stake up, but I'm gonna make sure I have all the aphids off of me before I go to the next tomato plants. Okay, let me go get all these aphids off me. Can you see my corn's just kind of laid over? So the wind must have been pretty bad last night. I'm just going to put a couple stakes in there and kind of stake some of them up so that they don't lean over too much and break. Got a chicken out. She's not one that normally comes out. I'm afraid she's going to get in my garden because she sees all the good stuff. But I'll try to shoosh her in before I go to work. One thing that I do with all of my plants, I don't plant just one variety of something in my buckets. Like my corn bucket has corn and jalapeno peppers. I have one tomato bucket up there that has parsley in it with peppermint and my tomatoes. I use a lot of basil in with my tomatoes. This year, since I'm doing it in the black buckets, I really couldn't get a lot of marigolds in, but this bucket right here, I did get a marigold in, and that's a separate type of cucumber. It also has some purple basil in it. Let's see what else it's got in there. Purple basil, marigold, cucumbers, and you can see my cucumber. These are going to be the bigger ones for pickling. I have some over here that are going to be about the size of my thumb. I like eating those. The pickles at the size of your thumb that are like sweet pickles. So I've got a lot that will be coming ripe next week, and so I'm excited about that. I'm going to plant those or can those up. But let me go ahead and get my corn up because time's ticking away, and I got to go to work, and I got to have a shower, and I got to wash my hair because I got aphids everywhere. I think I really got them off, but you know, once you get a bug on you, you're kind of like, ooh. Okay, so this is baby corn. It's about the size of my finger, and I'm also going to pickle it and can it. So that's why I planted it in this bucket, is because it's real small corn. It's the size of my finger. You know, the little pickled corn that you get on salad bars? That's what I've got in this bucket here. I still don't have my other big corn planted yet. My pumpkins planted yet. See why I need somebody to help me? There's a lot to do, and it'll be less work with more hands. And my wonderful husband has run drip tubing to all of my beds, except for my onion bed. I still have that one. We had to go get some more poly pipe for that. So hopefully this weekend when he is off, he will get my onions irrigated. But everything else, all of the berries, the grapes, everything over here is on irrigation. And we've got the front flower bed to do, but right now it was taking me about 3 hours a day to water all of my garden, all of my fruits, my vegetables, my flower beds, my hanging pots, and I told him I just couldn't do that. 3 hours a day just won't work. So I have got everything on irrigation, which helps a lot. I still have to walk through and make sure that all of the irrigation is on and I haven't blown a sprinkler top, because yesterday I did, or not yesterday, but the day before, I blew some sprinkler tops, but I went back and found them, put them back on, and everything's on irrigation, and it's so much easier. So okay, I've got the corn up. Let me show you what I did with my spaghetti squash. It started already vining out over here onto the ground, so I couldn't get around and walk. So my cousin and his wife and I was supposed to do the master gardening class, but I couldn't figure it out on my computer. I am not very well with the computer. I have to learn. It takes me a long time to learn on the computer. But they said that they learned that you can trellis squash. So I put two T-posts on, some belling twine on, and picked it up off the ground and wove it into the belling twine. So I've got one, let me show you, one right here, and that's pretty big. So I've got all this, so hopefully that'll help and also get some airflow in the bottom of it so we won't get any powdery mildew. And also, I know this is going to be a very, very long video, but oh well, haven't posted in a while, so we'll just make a long one. So every morning I make, well, in the summertime I'm making blueberry pancakes. Well, with all the eggs that I'm using, how about that? I'm going to make a video of that and then I'll show y'all. But anyway, I did that. Here's my California Wonder. Nope, sweet banana peppers, which I'm going to pickle some of these. I've got tons of those. So I just need to come out and harvest that tomorrow. I think tomorrow's just going to be harvest day because I don't have time to do it today before work. So let's get back. And next thing I'm going to do before I come back to the raised beds and fix all of the tomatoes up here, I'm going to go ahead and fix this cucumber so it will be trailing up and not trailing down on the ground. So I've got some special connectors for that, or some stakes for that, so let me go get them and we will do that. I'm stepping back so you can kind of see these. These are plastic stakes, and I think that they have a metal piece in the middle. They were $3.99 at my local hardware store, and I'm going to put them on either side of this cucumber, and hopefully I can find some more belling twine somewhere, and I'm going to do it just like I did my spaghetti squash, so it will be off the ground and trailing up so that I'm not tripping over it and I don't had snakes, because we've had copperheads out here. So I have to, that's why I got these shoes. I used to always do it in my chacos, but since we've had several snake sightings this summer, I've got some shoes so that my toes don't get bit by snakes. So anyway, let me turn y'all around and let y'all see what I'm doing. There's some of okay, so I've got my baling twine, and I also got another stake. So I'm going to put that right in the center. Oh, there's thyme in here too. I didn't realize I'd put thyme in here, but also I use that to help mask the smell of the vegetables, and that also helps try to keep some of the bugs away. Maybe. And guys, if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up, share. That helps my channel grow. So just give me a thumbs up, comment, let me know what things that you are having questions about. Like I said, I am just learning also as I go. I've learned a lot these past 3 years, a whole bunch of stuff. So just ask questions. If you have any questions, you know, like, how do I start this? Or what do I need to do to start this? You know, and how much space I need. And you don't need a lot of space. Like I said, you can grow it in buckets, because that's what I'm doing this year, because we didn't get some more beds made. So guys, just give me a thumbs up, like, comment, share. I appreciate it so much. And I do appreciate y'all watching my channel and supporting me. And I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, I got bit by a bug on my foot. Yeah, forget the snakes, the bug. All right, I finally got it done, and right when I was putting my last stake on some jalapeno peppers, my alarm to go get ready for work went off, so I got all this done, and I'm so excited to know that I've accomplished something in my garden today. I've got the tomato plants all staked up, and I've pruned them, and oh, and I got another cucumber. Yay, these are the little bitty cucumbers that I'm wanting to pickle. This is a little bit bigger than what I wanted it to get, but I went ahead and got it. And when I was pruning my tomatoes, I went ahead and I'm saving the pieces that I've pulled off, and I'm going to root them inside, and then that way I can have them started and hopefully have some tomatoes in the greenhouse this winter. So guys, thanks for joining me as I staked up the tomato plants and all the other plants that got damaged by the windstorm last night. And make what you have beautiful, and I'll see you next time.